Nikki. Didn't even see you come in. Elkira, your sister. That's such a pretty name. Will do, bless you. Appreciate your time. Oh, you're most welcome, Julie. You know, this is how we lift people up. This is how we, all help each other grow and learn. Again, we don't all individually have the answers. It should be a collective thing, always helping each other out. No worries, Connie. So is Elkira does Elkira have her own account, or is she responding through yours? Sneaking in. Through mine. All good. All good. All right. Elkira, are you after? Who's answering? Connie, will you be answering for Elkira, or am I talking directly to Elkira? Just want to get that straight first. And what sort of reading is it? Is it just a general or something specific? Hey T, how are you? I don't know if the delay's on my end or your end, Connie. Directly to it, but I'm typing in general. Okay, no worries. Awesome. All right, Elkira. Does Elkira need to know? I'm going to start there, Elkira. First card for you is the manifestations card, which means you're in the energy of manifesting or being able to manifest things very quickly at the moment. So it's a reminder to be mindful of your thoughts, okay? So, again, if you're thinking negatively or your energy is heavy and you're emotional and, you know, whatever thoughts are playing through at that time, you just really have to be mindful and pull yourself out of it, okay? Because you've got... Oh, good night, Sophia. Sleep well, hun. So manifestations for you. So again, a reminder to keep or be mindful of your thoughts. Elkira, I don't know if you've been asking questions about, you know, where your life is headed at the moment or anything in general, whether out loud or in your mind, and it's playing almost on a loop, you know, what should I do here or what should I do there? But you're going to receive answers soon too, okay? For you, how soon are you going to get something? Within about 4 days, I'm being told, you're going to get your answers, honey. So again, I don't know what you've been asking or just putting out into the universe, but you're going to get some clarity around that soon. You've got the reconciliation card. Okay, it's all about making peace with the past. So what keeps popping up for you? What keeps either replaying, or what cycle are you stuck in at the moment? Okay, or what emotional baggage has been popping up? Whatever it is for you, you're being asked to make peace with it. You've got the boundaries card there as well. Okay, so what boundaries do you need to put up? What boundaries need enforcing? With boundaries, again, sometimes it's about taking your power back and setting that standard for yourself, setting that bar high, raising it, okay? And again, like we spoke about this with Julie, it's about respecting yourself enough to be able to put these things in place, okay? You've got the protection card, and usually when this one comes through, it's messages from loved ones or messages from your guides coming through to let you know that you aren't doing life on your own, okay? Although sometimes it feels like you're alone, you're not, okay? You're protected, you're safe, and you're loved. So at the moment, I don't know, for you, you're holding on to a lot there. So what can you get rid of? What can you let go of? What can you work through at the moment? You're being told to make peace with your past, and then you also have the forgiveness card as well. You know, plus the boundaries card, which is all about self-respect too. Excuse me. But you're blocking, you know, you're blocking your happiness from coming through. Okay, what's truly aligned with you and truly for you is being blocked at the moment. Okay, and who do you need to... I have been T. What about you, hun? So forgiveness, Elkira. Who do you need to forgive? What do you need to forgive? Also, you know, don't disregard yourself and showing forgiveness to yourself. And that's in ways, you know, sometimes it could be as simple as how your body may have failed you at this one particular point in your life. So forgiveness, again, comes in all shapes and sizes. So again, the easiest way to work out of how this relates to you at the moment is to work out what triggers you've had or what emotions have been coming up for you of late. Whatever you've been worrying about too, you're being told not to, okay? You've got the peace card, so you're being told that you have peace of mind surrounding that one. Is that making sense, Elkira? Is any of that making sense so far? All of it making sense. There's also a male stepping in for you. Where is that going? There's a male energy here with me right now. Is your father still alive, Alkira and Connie? Do you guys share the same father? And I'm going through the list. Are you father? Are you brother? Are you grandfather? I'm the only one that's giving me a reaction on his father. And again, it doesn't mean to say that your father's passed. It's just the energy that I'm feeling. And energy is everywhere. So for me, it doesn't have... I can't differentiate between time, whether this person has passed or whether this person is alive. Because the energy for me still comes through the same. Dad's still alive. Same dad. Yep. Has he been unwell at the moment? Has Dad been unwell at the moment, Alkira? Or Connie? No, but I'm sure his dad is very... Okay. So there feels like... Now, I don't know if he's a smoker or anything like that, but there feels like there's some sort of lung issues going on for him, like there's shortness of breath there. There's almost two, like if he were to take a deep breath, that hurts a lot. Not a lot, but there's a certain point where he'd like to draw in a deep breath, but he can't because he's limited. So there's something going on with his lungs. Physically he as well. I'm being shown otherwise, honey. So there may be a warning for him coming through. And if he's already aware of these symptoms that are happening for him, he needs to go and get some medical attention just so that he can manage that better. I'm being shown all in the lungs. There's a definite tightness and a shortness of breath there. It's having extremely bad hay fever. Okay, maybe it's the hay fever. So he's not a smoker at all? Used to be. I feel like he needs to go and just get a checkup. I feel it may be a little bit more than hay fever. And I feel like he's not worried about it, because if the hay fever symptoms are coming through, he's just going, oh, it's just a hay fever, it's just a hay fever, but there's something underlying there that he needs to go and get checked out. Because I feel like it's coming through as more of a warning for Dad. So, you know, prevention's better than cure. So it's that type of warning, just to go and get it checked out. You're right, baby. Okay, so straight away after saying that, my airway is clear. So he needs a second opinion. So I don't know how you girls come across to tell him that, and whether he'd be open to receiving that information. If not, get creative in the way that you try to tell him, is my only suggestion. You know, especially if it's been ongoing for a little bit, that he's had the hay fever that's been ongoing for a little bit. I don't know if he's one to talk to, and you guys can say, yeah, you guys will work it out. You girls are smart. You'll know how. I'll speak to him. Thank you. Now, Kira, you have the animals card there. That's all about unconditional self-love. So love to self is what you're being reminded of at the moment. So, you know, start loving yourself. Start telling yourself that you're worthy. Excuse me. Start giving yourself the time and energy. You also have issues with confidence, which they would like you to take back. Take back that power and reclaim that. Okay? So again, you know, what does it mean for you if you were to have confidence? What does it mean for you? And again, at what point do you remember that being, or you felt like it was stripped from you, taken away, or you gave that away? What is that Kira need to know right now? Yeah, baby. Good night. Love you. Kira, you have the inspiration card there. And that's a reminder to find your inner light, to find your inner shine at the moment. Okay? I almost want to ask you who took that away from you. I feel like you have, I feel like there's self-worth issues there for you, Alkira, that you need to work through. So whether that means doing a, like a vision board or something like that, or journaling. What else can you do? Even recording it on your phone and then deleting it. You know, as a way to get thought processes out and those emotions out and stuff like that. Hey user, welcome. Hey Liz. What else does Alkira need to know right now? I feel flat at the moment. Has life been feeling flat to you? And slow, Alkira? Like when I say slow, it's not even moving at a steady pace for you. And I feel like energy levels are really flat. Whether you're tired or fatigued at the moment, it's that sort of flat. Good night, Kelly. No worries, hun. Sleep well. Hopefully that headache goes away for you. At least you'll have answers soon anyway with regards to that. To see what it's doing. Praying it does. Yeah. Fingers crossed it comes around fast. It's been routine lately, boring. Yeah. What is the, Alkira, what's the sadness that you're holding on to? I feel like there's a heaviness there. Do you feel like you're, maybe, I see that one there now, T. My messages aren't coming through. Oh, maybe change the wording. I don't know. TikTok's been weird. Poor Kel can't get a subscription. Poor Caitlin keeps getting her moderator powers stripped from her. How are you? I'm good, thanks, T. So Alkira, the sadness. Do you feel like you're having more low days than usual? Because I feel like you may even be having depression creeping in, or whether you've had depression before, I don't know. But it feels like that sort of low and heaviness that's creeping in for you. I feel like you're waiting on a change too, a shift. And that shift won't come in until you start to, again, there's a theme tonight. Every night there's a theme. Until you start to love yourself more and work out, you know, your self-worth and how much you're deserving and how much, again, putting yourself first. Like, you know, what sort of bar do you want to set for yourself? Yes. Yeah. If it feels like, Alkira, if it feels like you're sitting in that energy for a little bit too long, and I want to say, like, you know, if you've been sitting there for 2 weeks or more, or, you know, it's just starting to sit in that energy of, you know, where there's heaviness and there's that depression creeping in, excuse me, and you find that you're not being able to pull yourself out of it as easily, then it may be time to get it, a little bit of assistance with it, okay? Whether that's, again, sometimes it could be as simple as, getting out of the house more, or making yourself get out of the house more, or hanging out with friends. But then, there's medical help there, and there's no shame in doing that either. But I feel like if 2 weeks from now and you haven't been able to pick yourself up out of this energy, then it may be time to try and get a little bit of help, hun, okay? What's for breakfast, Liz and Caitlin? Or have I missed that conversation already? I think also Akira has too much spiritual stuff happening all the time. She hasn't really lived a... So, and that's the other thing. Connie, I'm glad you brought that up too, because Alkira, if you're not embracing your gift and embracing your path, again, you're creating resistance, okay? You're working against the grain. You're being shown your truth on a daily, but you need to be able to accept that as well. She's seeing stuff since she was a baby. Yeah, it makes sense. Makes sense. And sometimes, we need to go through those lows in life to be able to see two things, how far we've come and how far we're going, or where we're going. So, again, it's your journey, but if you're meeting that with resistance, or again, the boundaries, if you haven't put up boundaries, you can put up boundaries, honey. If there's certain things that you don't want to see for now, you can put boundaries in place and protect yourself from that. And that way you're not fighting so much, but you're giving yourself time to adjust as well, if that makes sense. But, what would it look like for you if you just leant into it? If you leaned in all the way? Like jumped in with blind faith and said, yep, okay, show me my path, show me where I'm supposed to be, show me what I do with this. And then you can even say to you guys, look, let's be realistic. We're living in a world where money drives everything. So show me how I can still do this, yet still be stable enough to be able to support myself. Okay? So it's a reminder again that you do have control over what's happening in your life. Okay? And, sometimes running from it isn't the answer either, because again, it's creating resistance. But you can regain that control by, taking your power back and setting those healthy boundaries in place, boundaries that work for you until you're ready. Oh, wait, I missed the breakfast talk. No, I didn't. Maybe I'm just not seeing messages. What else does Akira need to know right now? You've got the willpower card, okay, and that one's about, willpower is all about having a strong mindset. So again, if you feel yourself falling down a hole or not being able to pull yourself up out of, days where you're feeling miserable, it's all about that mindset, being able to work on your mind. Moving forward, what does Alkira need to know? Okay. You've got the trust card, Okay, you're being told to trust the process. You know, you have those gifts for a reason. What can you do with it? And again, it's about looking at the bigger picture and finding out what your purpose is, rather than seeing yourself as a, and I don't want to say victim, but seeing yourself as a, what's the word? I don't know what word, but victim seems too strong. But, you know, rather than seeing yourself as unfortunate as being able to see as much as you do, try and flip that and ask yourself, why do I have these? Who can I help? What can I do with this? And ask the tough question. What is my purpose? Again, ask your guides. Show me what I'm supposed to do with this. Where is it going to lead me? Show me the opportunities. Lead me on the right path. But then you can't be asking all those questions if you aren't going to trust either. Okay? Trust the answers that you're receiving. Speaking of trust, you do have the trust card there. Okay? So again, it's a reminder to trust and have faith that there's always a reason for something. Okay? You've got the family card, so let's have a look what that one's about. What does Alkira need to know about that? Do you find, Alkira, that you get a lot of family members coming through in what you see? Family members or friends of family members. And you'd have the biggest mob of family coming through all the time, wouldn't you, too? Apple and strawberry for tea. Weren't you hungry? I had chicken and zucchinis. Yum. Grapes and orange juice. That mix just sounds weird to me. I don't know why. Probably because it's never a combination I've thought to have. 98%. Yep. And sunlight spirits. Yeah, I get it. I get it. But, if you allowed... That makes sense, Caitlin. That makes sense. I see it's gonna help you on your fertility journey too. You've got the family card and then you've got the career card. So for you, if you truly accepted your gifts and you truly leaned into that pathway, you know, you can find support and guidance there. Again, you know, the universe is always going to provide for us if we see our truth and we follow our truth. Okay. So, and even though, like even me, I'm sitting here going, how can family and career work together and how can this dynamic work? But sometimes we don't need the answers. Sometimes we just have to lead by that blind faith and trust that everything's going to sort itself out. And sometimes we can't even comprehend, you know, the universe works in tricky ways, but sometimes we can't even comprehend how that's going to look. So again, you know, we don't question how this, how that, what if this. They're questions that should not be even in our vocab. So if we just, you know, if we just said yes to everything and went wherever we were guided, and you know, that's a reminder for us too to get back to old roots as well. What's that one about? Have you got a, are you planning on going on holidays anywhere, Alkira? I feel like it's the furthest thing from your mind, though. Because you do have travel coming up for you. I'm not being shown anything on it, though. Yeah, but that's not really there for, like, that's not vacation reasons, is it? That's for the funeral stuff, isn't it? I mean, it could be referring to that, but again, I wouldn't be surprised if it's something unexpected as well. Because you've got the blessings card following it, so be open to receiving blessings. Okay, be open to the possibilities. Oh, no, I wouldn't be able to see much about the funeral stuff, not at all. You know, even though you've got travel back to country, I don't know if you're going to get Alkira, I don't know if you're going to get an invite to go with family and visit family. Going a few days longer. Yeah, don't be surprised if it goes into something a little bit more extended, but not at that location. Okay? And did I get the travel card for you yesterday as well, Connie? Or just... when was that? Don't be surprised if that few days longer ends up at a different location to where the funeral is. You've got the love card and the beauty card, which is all about nurturing, kindness, love. It's reminders that you're worthy, that you're deserving. I was asking Connie, you if you had the travel card last night, if you received that. Did I draw that one for you? Welcome, Ravenclaw. Both hate surprise. So you've got the life purpose card there, and I feel like I need to tell you, like, there's no running from this. There's no running from your gifts. You can dial it down a bit, you can stop it for a little bit, but there's no running away from it, okay? Because that's just going to create resistance. And I feel like you're quite strong in what you do, and it's going to come to a point where it's going to be thrown in your face if you don't just accept, if that makes sense. You got the travel card for me too, yep. Hey, David. There's no other messages for you. Just that it's, you know, it's a part of who you are, and you need to embrace that. Again, until you realize that, you're just going to be met with those challenges, you know, but you can't put it away forever. And I wanted to ask you too, Elkira, with the, you know, the manifestations card being the first card, that if you think back, you know, were there circumstances or situations where you've been able to manifest things quite easily anyway? I feel like you're like a generator, like a manifester, and you do that naturally anyhow. So again, if that's something that you've experienced before and it's come easily before, then it's also a reminder that you have the power, you know, within you to be able to change your outcome, to be able to change the direction of your life as well. So, you know, if you want it to move along faster and you're not happy with where it's sitting for you at the moment and the pace of it, or it seems like life is going backwards, it's, you know, it's slower than normal, that it feels like it's going backwards and you're not achieving much, you have that power to change that direction. Does that make sense, Elkira? How much did you hear? Because I was asking if when you think back on your life, have there been circumstances or situations where you've been able to manifest things quite quickly? You know, have you wanted something and then, you know, not long after just thinking about wanting that, you've received it? Because I feel like you're a manifester. You can generate that thought process. Yeah, that's in your power. So again, it's a reminder for you that, you know, life feels like it's going backwards at the moment. It's that slow. So it's a reminder for you to harness that and tap into that. If you don't like the direction or the pace or the things that you have with you, you have the ability to change it as quickly as you want. So you can either be stuck in this energy where you're at or change it. She manifests stuff for me. Well, she needs to start manifesting stuff for herself. Elkira, you need to do that for yourself. Okay? And that's a part of that self-love too. And it's learning to love yourself and telling yourself that you're deserving as well. It's not just the other people around you in your life that, you know, deserve things or you wish for them to have things. Make it come to you, okay? Try and harness it so it comes to you. And I think a lot of that starts by you realizing your self-worth, honey. Okay? But yeah, you're a I think they call them generators, where you can generate anything into existence, basically. So tap into that, okay? Tap into that source and get it done. Get it done. You've got that power. That's all the messages I have for you, honey. Connie, you manifest things too, but you don't realize your potential in doing so. You've somewhere along the line you've limited yourself. You've got limitations. So break free from the limitations. She manifested a coin she wanted. Got the coin that day. Found it. Oh, I love it. Love, love, love that. See what I mean? You were able to make the change quickly. So there's no reason for you to feel heavy and stuck, because you just need to be reminded that you have that power within you to just, you know, change it to your favor. As long as it aligns with you and it's not harming anybody, do it, honey. You know, and if you're, if you really want to get, you know, if you really want to explore that more and change that more, start learning about quantum shifting, okay? Or quantum jumping, or whatever they call it. Shift your realities. If you don't like it, shift your realities. Make the changes happen. Did you have any questions, Elkira? Otherwise, I'm going to leave it there for you, love. You're most welcome. Thanks, Connie. Thanks, Elkira, for coming through tonight. Yeah, you just have to know your own power. No questions at the moment. No worries. No worries at all. Just yeah, just make sure Dad gets himself checked. So I don't know how you're going to approach that, but it's a little bit more than the hay fever. So if he can just get a medical opinion and find out what it is, why he's feeling so restricted with his breathing. Yeah, but it's just not the hay fever. It was the hay fever initially, but there's something underlying coming through. Will do. Just say what people told us to. There you go. See, whatever works, hey? It's not harming anyone, whatever works. Alright, good luck, ladies. Was there anybody else? T, did you want to... Good night. Did you want a single card, T? How's the wedding planning going? Are you getting stuff done? Going well. Oh, I love that. Love it, love it, love it. What did you change from the last time I spoke to you? Did you change the wedding dress or the bridesmaid dresses? The style. Or did you add something to it? T. Alright. What does T need to hear most right now? TU. Oh, it's the groomsmen's. There you go. I was like, there's a change in the clothing, and I just automatically assumed it was the bridesmaids' dresses or your dress. That's so funny. You've got the career card, so I don't know if you're working. I was like, okay, so what do you need to know about this? And you've got the blessings card, so be open to receiving. So I don't know if you're looking for a little part-time job to help carry you through, or what it is for you. There's blessings in regards to a career. That's so funny. For a second job just for extra cash. Well, there's one coming in, honey. So ask and you shall receive. I don't know if you've gone to any interviews or anything like that, but this one feels like it feels like you know, seeing these cards here, it still feels like it's unexpected, and you're not actually going to be looking for something. It's kind of just going to be mentioned to you, if that makes sense. So whether you're, it's almost like you go in somewhere and it's, you get chatty with the manager, or I feel like it's the owner. And I don't know if you have like, cafe experience or anything like that, but that's kind of the feel that I'm getting. And as a bonus, I feel like it's cash in hand too. Feels like it's cash in hand work. I don't know, I'm just looking online. I have hospitality experience. Yeah, it feels like, that's what it actually feels like. It feels like it's like a cashy job. And it feels like that it's a timing thing. So right place, right time. And it's, you're going to meet their needs and you're going to get what you want out of it too. So win-win for both. Bottom of the deck too is the peace card. So peace of mind surrounding that. So that's, and I've got chills on it. So that's your blessings. Love that. Love that for you. It is exciting. It's very exciting. I love it when they come through so clear like that. Let me know. Like, don't leave me hanging. Let me know. How far away? Maybe within the next 2 weeks. It feels that soon. Looks like in the next 2 weeks, hopefully. So it feels more closer to a week and a half. Oh, that's awesome. Who else would like cards tonight before I jump off? I don't believe it, but I'm still waiting for my... Oh, I believe it. Because didn't I tell you you will be by the time you get married? I'm sure I said that to you, didn't I, T? Or you were doing the quick math saying, yep, that means I'll be pregnant at my wedding. Sure can, Caitlin. Next cycle. So is this next cycle? I do have a, T, I don't know if you're aware, but I do have a testimonies thing on my pin to my page. So, you know, if anything, you know, that you want to comment about, you know, whether when we saw the, still waiting for my next cycle. Okay, cool. So, yeah, anything you want to comment on about any readings that you've had with me, feel free to go over there and comment. Alright, card for Caitlin and then Gemma. Caitlin. Might come sooner than you think. Oh, Caitlin, guess what just come flying out for you? I mean, you've got 3 cards there and the third one just flew out. Not fertility. I know you're probably thinking fertility. So first card for you, Caitlin, is the friendships card. You're being asked to lean on friends more, okay? Lean on them for support. Offload if you need to. It's okay that you do that, okay? I feel like you need your friends around you more than you understand right now, okay? Which is why this card has come up. So again, don't question it, just trust. You've got the passion card, okay? So, you know, ignite the fire within. What does it mean for you? What motivates you? What inspires you? Again, creative energy. So doing something, creative talents, whether that's your drawings or whatever it is for you, okay? That's going to help to shift that stagnant energy or help create some sort of movement. Okay, this is the card I was talking about. It's coming up again. I don't know where to this time. I didn't know last time, but I do know the card just kept coming out for you. So we don't question it, and especially when it flies out like that, we don't question it. And then you've got the happiness card. Stop blocking your happiness. What area are you blocking yourself? You know, for you, you're sabotaging your growth. That's it there, isn't it, in a nutshell? Yep. Same message, different night. I know it's scary. I know it's hard. I know it brings up a lot of stuff. But again, if you weren't ready for that, your guides, your team would not be pushing it as hard as they ever, you know, I've done a lot of readings in the last 12 months and I've never had guides come through pushing this hard. You know, you're blocking yourself. For good reason too, mind you. For very good reason. Very fucking valid. But again, trust. Trust. Trust the process. Don't question it. Trust. You've got the blessings card too, and right under that you've got the spirit guides. They're like, yep, we're here. We're telling her, but she still ain't listening. And they've just reminded me again that they will force your hand if they need to. They will force your hand. Okay? And there'll be no escaping it. So I feel like if that happens, if that occurs, you're going to hit the biggest fucking tower moment of your life that you've had this far. Okay? And there's going to be more stuff to work through on top of trying to deal with that stuff. Okay? It's going to be everything at once because they want action and they want it now. So again, this is what you're chasing. You're trying to align with yourself. You're blocking yourself at the moment. And again, I understand your reasoning for it, but you're being called out again. Okay, they're calling you out. Oh, what's the pain in the elbow, Caitlin? It's like left arm, and it's like under the funny bone, but in the bone, if that makes sense. Like right in. It's like a funny little stabbing pain. Very sharp. It was. Oh, you slipped on it. Hang on, there was somebody else, wasn't there? Going back. Gemma, that's what it was. Are you still there, Gemma? They're just trying to help you see what's best for you, Caitlin. Gemma, okay. What does Gemma need to hear most right now? Gemma, honey, you've got the prosperity card, okay? So you've got improvements in money coming your way, okay? Again, it's a reminder that be open to receiving those blessings because, you know, money can come in all shapes and forms. It doesn't have to be just, you know, the money value or something. It could be in other ways, like gifts or just other blessings that help balance out your finances and make things easier for you. So, you know, it could be an unexpected check that was owing to you or something along those lines. Okay? So whatever it is, it's still going to make it easier for you and you're still going to have more than what you have now. You've got the friendships card as well. So you're being reminded to lean on your friends for support. Okay? Okay. I also feel like, when was the last time you had a night out with the girls or something? I feel like you're being called to do that, and I feel like you've had that thought before or that inkling before. So you need to follow through and just go and do it. Set a date, go and do it. Is there anyone else that would like a card? A couple of months ago, definitely due for another. Yeah, go and do it, and I'm being told sooner rather than later. Tisa, I hope I'm saying your name wrong. Apologies if I'm not. Just Tisa I need to hear right now. Or is it Tessa? Is it Tessa? Right, Tessa? Okay. You need to hear most right now. First, okay, Tessa. Okay, honey, you've got the clarity card. Okay, that one's all about taking a step back. If there's a situation going on around you that you can't see past, or you're too emotionally involved in it, you're being asked to take a step back so that you can see the bigger picture. Okay, so you can see it from all the different angles that you need to view it. Okay, in order to get a solution. Okay, so clarity for you. Take a step back. See the bigger picture. You're welcome, Gemma. I'm okay, thank you. Look, it could be a question that you've been asking yourself too, honey. It doesn't have to be like a situation at home or in a relationship or anything like that. It could be, you know, if you've been constantly asking about a question, you know, maybe you're too close to it and you can't see the bigger picture. So whatever that card relates to for you, and it may not make sense now, and it may make sense in a couple of days. But yeah, don't disregard it just yet, honey. Just give it a few days and see, oh, it's a situation that you're in. Oh, there you go, honey. So yeah, take a step back. Because again, you know, it's like a microscope or a camera lens. When we're too close, we can't get the focus that we need. When we step away and try again, we get the focus and the clarity. Hey Vicky, how are you? Did you want a card tonight? It's so hard. I understand. But again, that's why they tell us to take a step back. Hey Ebony. You know, when we take a step back, it's allowing us to see without ego as well. Okay? See without our emotions clouding our vision as well. Welcome back, James. Okay, Vicky. Ebony, let me know if you'd like a card tonight too, hon. Alright, Vicky. What does Vicky need to hear right now? Okay, so Vicky, you've got the fertility card. Makes total sense. No worries, Tessa. Thank you for the feedback, hon. Fertility card. So fertility card for you is all about a rebirth. So if things seem a little bit like they're being shaken up at the moment, it's because that needs to happen in order to grow and expand. Okay, you're creating that space. So you're shedding parts of the old you, the old you. So that could be, you know, old values, old beliefs, anything, old systems that you've had in place, old thought processes that you've had in place. Okay, so it's, you know, it's there for a reason. It's shaking it up to allow space for expansion. Okay, Ebony. What does Ebony need to hear most right now? Took the risk and resigned from my job without any new prospects. That's good though. Was that only recent? Like fairly recent? Because I feel like you weren't aligned. There was too many things adding up anyway. in regards to your old job. You're most welcome. Oh, have you, honey? Oh, thank you. Oh, you finish tomorrow. Yeah, I wouldn't stress about it. Because again, you know, when we don't align with something and then we recognize that and then we honor that truth and that pathway and we drop it, new opportunities are there straight away. So I try not to worry about it too much, honey. You know, just have faith that something else, yeah, values didn't align. Love it. Something else will come along. It usually always does. The universe always rewards, basically. They reward us for aligning with our truth. Ebony. Alright. What does Ebony need to know right now? Does Ebony need to get most right now? Ebony, a similar thing. Oh, thank you, Vicky, for the finger hearts. A similar thing's happening for you, Ebony. You've got the transformations card, which means you're changing. So there's changes coming in for you. There's expansion. You know, again, it's about expansion and growth. Okay. So same thing. Well, not same thing, but similar thing. Be open to receiving. Be open to those changes. Lean into them. Okay. Because the more we resist them, the more we find ourselves off our, you know, off our true path. You also have the compassion card there. I just split the deck and the compassion card was looking at me. So compassion, love and kindness towards self at the moment is needed. So, you know, start speaking kinder to yourself. I feel like you've been really harsh on yourself lately. Or not so nice. Go easy on yourself, Ebony. You're welcome, honey. Who else am I missing? Is there anybody else that would like a card before I head off for the night? Never really nice to yourself. It's got to change, hun. Even if you work at it a little bit. See? And you're in that rut because... Do you see the catch-22? What have you got to lose by talking to yourself kinder? To nurturing your thoughts and nurturing yourself. What have you got to lose? Nothing? So maybe try it. You know, you're stuck in a rut because you're expecting different results, yet you're doing the same thing day in, day out. And that's just not going to happen for you, okay? So start with the basics. Start treating yourself kinder, okay? And you start doing that for, say, 3 days, you start to feel the shift around you. So try it. You've got nothing to lose, everything to gain. Karen, what does Karen need to hear most right now? Need a break out of the same. Yeah, that's understandable. But again, you know, sometimes we're avoiding things like working on ourselves, and that's exactly why we're stuck in that rut, because we haven't changed anything to create that shift. And maybe that's exactly what you need, is time to just focus on you. And if you don't have the time, make the time. And even if it starts with those thoughts, changing those thoughts around and being kinder to yourself. Because because even just that little change is enough to create some sort of a shift around you. Karen. Karen, honey, there's new beginnings for you. Okay, new beginnings, new opportunities. Sometimes when this happens, it's because something doesn't align with us, okay? So when we have new beginnings, you know, sometimes we don't like change either. So you're being reminded to step into it because this is what's aligning for you at the moment. If that means letting go of something that you're not hoping to let go of, again, you've got opportunities in front of you. You're being presented with opportunities, so lean into them. You're most welcome, Vicky. Good night, honey. Took a step back and I'm having a break from a relationship to work myself. That's what I'm going through right now. Oh, hang on. I'm reading 2 messages. Ebony, I'm doing that as we speak. Took a step back from a relationship to work on me. Oh, that's awesome. Love that, Ebony. Karen, that's what you're going through right now. There you go. So, yeah, again, it's about trust. So, sometimes even if that means leaving something or someone behind, Karen, it's about trusting the process and trusting that if it doesn't align with you, it's not meant for you, and that could be not meant for you right now. And there's always a possibility that it might come full circle too. Met someone new and it's overwhelming trying to process everything. Yeah, and sometimes we overthink. You know, it's natural for us to overthink. That's what we do. We like to overanalyze everything. But yeah, sometimes when you don't focus on that and bring it back towards yourself and do what you can for yourself, the answers just seem a bit clearer. See, bottom of the deck too. Bottom of the deck is truth. So find your truth and align with it. Yeah, apparently I do have some in me. And I only found that out this year, Ebony, because and I found it out through meditation. I had an ancestor, an elder, come through a couple of times, and then another reader picked up on him as well. And I kept asking Mum, I was like, Mum, like, do we have Aboriginal in us? Because I told her what had happened. She kept saying, nah, we don't. And I'm like, are you sure? Because this guy's come through twice for me and once through another reader. But the other reader picked up that I had Polynesian in me as well. And as soon as I said that, Mum goes, oh yeah, your grandmother told me a story a while back, but I wasn't really listening. Nut. So yeah, that's how that came about. So now I have to, like, that's another thing on the to-do list where I've got to find out where that all fits in and you know, who is it that I'm seeing with my meditations and stuff. So yeah, just another part of the journey, I guess. Karen says he's a Taurus and I'm a Virgo. I overanalyze what you're getting. Oh, there you go. I just figured it's human nature. I don't know much about the star signs, Karen, but I know a lot of us, you know, overanalyze things as well. And you tend to do that naturally. We gravitate towards that anyway. Again, especially when emotions get in the way. No, not really, Ebony. I mean, I grew up thinking I was just bloody TI and friggin' German. So, that's what we were led to believe. So, yeah, it's interesting having that come through. But, yeah, I don't even know where to begin with that. But I'm sure it'll come when it's meant to. And, you know, when I'm meant to find out more and stuff. Hey Mia, I'm good, thanks. How are you? Let me know if you want a card, because I'm going to probably head off soon. I mean, I've been saying that for about half an hour now, so. Actually, it must be coming up, Ebony. I must be, I wouldn't even be surprised if I've got my ancestor, my elder, reaching out again, because you're the second person tonight that said something about that. And the first lady was on a private reading. So it's really interesting. So I start to look out for those signs and symbols now. So, yeah, love one. Oh, did you? How are you going with it, Mia? How are you finding it all? Yeah, 11:33 here. Exactly. Annette. Nicole, there's a link in my bio or my profile to PayPal. Readings are just $20, hun. What does Mia need to know most right now? It's getting pretty on point. Yeah, that's good. How are you finding all the, like, how are you remembering all the meanings of the cards with tarot? I'm slow on my tarot journey. I've got like two tarot oracles, tarot/oracle decks, which I find really helpful because my memory's gone to shit after having kids, and you know, it's slowly getting better, but I need that additional help. Oh yeah, it definitely is, Ebony. So they're already reaching out, so you know, my meditation's gone to shit, and I've been trying to meditate, and that hasn't been going so well lately because it's like I get excited when I feel myself going into that meditative state, and that instantly pulls me out of it. So I'm like, ugh, then I have to start again. So it's really hard to find the time that I need with little ones around as well. Mia, honey, you've got the dreams card. What are they talking about there? You're being told to hang on to your dreams because that's part of your life purpose, part of your journey. So I don't know, Mia, if you've had an idea to do something. Maybe it's, you know, maybe it's your part of your tarot journey. So if you've been thinking about doing readings or something along those lines, or you've been having that little niggle, you're being told to trust it and go with it, honey, because that's the right path you're meant to be on. And having really crazy dreams. If they meant that. Yeah, they mean that as well. That card doubles. So it just depends what sort of resonates for you, honey. So again, if you're having really crazy dreams, start jotting them down so that you can try and get some sort of theme or some sort of message from them. You know, if you've got good recall and good memory, then, you know, try and pick them apart. Don't write them down. But whatever's going to work for you to get the message. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, no, I've got Caitlin was kind enough to share something with me as well, which I haven't really, you know, had a chance to go back and reflect on. I kind of get what the suits mean and stuff, but there's so many layers to tarot, and at the moment I don't really have the time to learn it. So, but you know, that's where I like the oracle, like tarot/oracle, because I can get a few different words and sort of get the gist of the card, and then I just use my intuition and what I pick up on. So yeah, that's sort of working for me too, and I am slowly starting to learn the cards that way as well. Can you, like, do you mean mediumship? Is that what you mean, Ebony? Yes, I do. Sometimes guides come through, sometimes ancestors come through as well. Really gruesome dreams, but no bad feelings, if that makes sense. I did some things that came true the next morning. Really gruesome, but no bad feelings. I wonder if you're traveling. Like, I was only saying this the other night on live. Like, I remembered a dream, and at the moment I'm few and far between dreams, but my dreams are slowly coming back to me. but I remember being in a location where I've been before, if that makes sense. Like I've visited there several times, and I don't know if it's a dream or if I'm actually at a, I don't know, a safe point or a safe house, or if something like that. I don't know if that makes sense. Yeah, my brother's passed. No worries, Ebony. Whenever you're ready, hon. I did dream things that came true. I get that sense too when I wake up. Yeah, there's a couple of places like that. There's two different houses. One's like this massive house, but it's got all these like almost secret passageways and stuff. It's really weird, but I've been in there and I know every part of that house. And then same with the one I had the other night. I remember several spots in that house that I've been there before. So I don't know. Different dimension, different, you know, is it just astral? I don't know what that is yet. So who knows? Farty ass. Who else am I missing for a card tonight? Nicole, were you after a card, hun? Or Nicole's just gone to pay for a reading? Okay. That's alright. We'll wait for Nicole to come back. Yeah, it came through, Nicole. What sort of reading were you after? Were you after like general guidance, or were you looking for something specific? You're welcome, Mia. Yeah, Nicole, it worked. I just asked you, honey, what sort of reading you would like, whether it was like a general read or a relationship read or mediumship. What were you after? And sometimes if your messages aren't coming through, you might have to reword some of the, like reword your sentence or restructure it. Happy with whatever comes. Okay, honey, let's have a look. Yeah, because TikTok's been, I don't know what they're doing. Shadowing words or shadowing people. I don't know what their game is at the moment. Alright. So Nicole, the first card that flew out as I started shuffling was a prosperity card. So I don't know if you have money coming in at the moment that you're aware of. If not, you're coming into money somehow. So things are going to improve financially for you. Does it feel long term? I don't know. Actually, it does. It feels like it's going to be stable for a little while, if that makes sense to you. I don't know what that means to you. But I'm being told it feels like, I'm not being told, but it feels like it's going to be stable for a little while. So I don't know if you were hoping to hear that or had, you know, financial worries or anything like that. But that was the first one that came through. Does anyone? Yes, I do sometimes have a spirit come to me. But then if you wanted to connect with somebody, just let me know their name and I'll see if I can connect to them, hun. It is also the end of my night, so I'll do my very best to try and do that for you. Yeah, and I stayed up a little longer because all I've got to do in the morning is drive the kids to school, and that's it. That's the end of my day, because tomorrow afternoon they go to their dads, the oldest ones. So I get to come home and just relax instead of, you know, running around. Does anyone come to you for me? Honey, I've got nobody around me yet, but, you know, if you wanted to ask a particular someone to come through, maybe they'll come through that way. Otherwise, the other alternative is you can leave a name, Nicole, to who you'd like me to connect to. Are you doing Valerie Edmonds? And what relationship is she to you, hun? Just, I only ask because sometimes it's easier to connect. Because I'll usually say, you know, connect me to Valerie Edmonds for Nicole. And then if I'm not getting anything, I'll say that's your mother, that's your auntie, or whoever she may be to you. Are you on a journey at the moment where you're searching for yourself, or like trying to find yourself, find out who you are as a person, or who you are within the world, or who you are within, you know, your friends, your family, just who you are in general? You know, whether you've been a little bit lost lately or feeling, you know, a lost sense of self. Makes sense, because you've got the courage and the passion card there too. Finding that inner courage, finding that passion. Does that make sense, Nicole? She's the elder of my husband's side. We're all very tight. Myself and her. No worries, honey. So yeah, 100% doing a bit of searching, a bit of soul searching at the moment. You've got the willpower card there, okay? The willpower card is about finding the mental strength, the mental capacity to deal with what's in front of you at the moment, okay? You also have the inspiration card, which, you know, usually when this card shows up, it almost signifies that, you know, you're losing pieces of yourself, or you don't, you know, sometimes it's about being a shell of who you once were, or you just don't know how to find the old you as well. So you're being asked to find your inner light, find that shine again, okay? Things are going like this because you're going through changes, you're going through a transformation. So, you know, in order to transform, we need to let go of parts of ourselves, okay? Whether that's, you know, ideals, or, you know, what values we had, or anything like that, okay? What means most. It's like a priority shift, shifting around what matters to you most, okay? So we're shaking stuff. We're moving stuff around so that you can transform, you can allow space for expansion and growth. I'm stuck in the Libra and feel like I don't know. So I don't know what that means because I'm not familiar with star signs, Nicole. So what does it mean to say I'm stuck in a Libra? I feel like I don't know myself at all and it's not balancing, it's spinning. Okay. Okay. Can't find the balance at the moment. You're being told to, you've got the empowerment card there, so you're being told to stand in your power. So what does that mean for you? What does it mean to take back your power and stand in that energy and really feel it for what it is? So, you know, what steps do you need to put into place to regain that, to get that back? Okay. You have the answers card, and when that comes up, it's because you've been asking questions. Okay? So if you can think about the questions it's been asking or what's been most on, you know, on the forefront of your mind at the moment, you're going to receive answers coming in soon. So usually when that card shows, the answers come around pretty quickly. Like usually within a couple of days is when you get them, or you get some sort of clarity in regards to whatever it is you've asked. You're being told to lighten your load at the moment. So, you know, what are you holding on to? What are you not letting go of? Again, sometimes lightening your load is about surrendering to the changes that are happening around you. Okay? Because, you know, those changes are going to happen regardless. So, again, it's a reminder to let go of the things that no longer serve you at the moment. I'm October, I'm a Libra, which is a scale. Yep. Yep, gotcha. Oh, have an awesome day, Caitlin. Thanks for popping in. Thanks for helping out. Love it. Nicole, you've got the reconciliation card as well, okay? So you're being reminded to make peace with the past. If you're able to do this, okay, and this, lighten your load. Yeah, sometimes lightening your load is about doing something as like cleaning the clutter and getting rid of the clutter. Or rearranging a room or something like that, you know, creating that flow that way, because whatever it is, it still creates a shift of energy. So lighten your load, make peace with the past. What else does Nicole need to know right now? Peace, honey. You've got the peace card. So, you know, your worries, your current worries that you're holding on to at the moment are bigger than what they are. Okay? They're bigger than what they need to be. They don't need to be that big. Okay? So again, you know, can you break it down a little bit so you can see the bigger picture? You know? So think about it, hon. What worries are you holding on to that are being held on to nothing and just getting blown up out of proportion? Because that's what I feel what's going on with you. You've got peace of mind surrounding it. Okay? So again, if you can differentiate between what you're holding on to and what worries you're creating for nothing, you can start to break that down for you. You can start to lessen that load and you can start to find that balance again. Okay? What else does Nicole need to know? Thank you. New beginnings coming, hun. I love that. Again, you know, when life seems slow or we seem off kilter, we're changing, we're transforming, we're growing. Because, you know, new beginnings are happening, so we need to walk through those doors. New opportunities. Again, it's growth and expansion. Maybe it's me stepping behind others to give them... Hang on, I'm not following. Maybe it's me stepping behind others to give them my goal ideas. You should be, and this is for everybody, you should be stepping up to the plate for yourself. Not stepping behind anybody, honey. And it goes back like the theme tonight. There's been a very strong theme coming through, and it's all about self-worth. You know, what value do you put on yourself? Excuse me. Other messages, Nicole. What are the messages? Oh, bye, Annette. Didn't know she was going. I think I missed her. Nathan. Is that my Nathan that usually pops in? Or is that another Nathan? Alright. Moving forward, what does Nicole need to know? So you've got cycles closing out there. So that's good. Again, reminders about self-worth. You know, you've got the beauty card there. It's, excuse me. It's a reminder that you're worthy, you're deserving of everything you desire, okay? You just have to put the love and the energy and the time into yourself and nurture yourself and look after yourself and put yourself first. That's from Nicole. We've got the strength card there. It's that inner strength. Again, it's like the empowerment card. You're being reminded to take that back and that you're stronger than what you think you are as well. You just have to embody that. You just have to follow through. You have to find it. All the messages for Nicole. Welcome back, Ashley. More messages for Nicole. Again, confidence, which is like in empowerment. It's like the strength card. They want you to stand your ground, stand in your power. I feel lost. I feel I lost a lot of me when we lost our elder. I was just sitting next to her. You felt at peace. There's no reason she's not around you, honey. I'll have a look in a minute. I'll just see what final messages you have out of the cards, and then I'll see if I can connect to Valerie for you. A lot of it, they want you to just... It's funny you were mentioning balance before and the scales. There's the Justice card, which is all about the balance. Hey. The main message for you out of your cards is to just... They want you to own your shit and reclaim your space back. Okay? I feel like you've given a lot of it away too. So whether that's, you know, giving other people time and energy because you're looking for some sort of approval or some sort of gratification, you know, you can give all of that to yourself. If you're looking for that, you can give all of that to yourself. You don't need anybody's approval. You don't need anybody's attention in order to make yourself feel worthy. They want you to step into your power. They want you to know that you have the strength, you have the confidence there. You just have to, again, believe in yourself. You have to raise your standards and set those standards for yourself. You know, this energy that you're sitting in, I don't feel that you're going to be in it much longer. I feel that once these cycles close out and once you finish with your transformation and go through this shift where you've got new opportunities coming, you're going to see a change there. You know, there's always a change with a shift. But again, a lot of it comes down to you. You need to know your worth. Okay, so I hope that makes sense for you. I'm going to put the cards down. I'm going to see if I can connect to Valerie for you. I guess the other question, but you, my elder being Aboriginal elder, are we allowed to say their... Usually, no, you're not meant to say any past loved ones' names. But then, you know, it's a tricky one because, again, how much power does that hold over you? And I guess from my perspective, where energy is everywhere, I sort of see things that are different. I mean, there's still traditions and things that you need to respect and uphold. And then if I wasn't able to see that, then I wouldn't be shown it, if that makes sense. If that was a no-go area for me, I wouldn't have access to seeing anything. So I hope that sort of, you know, makes you feel a bit better for giving that name as well, and, you know, for trusting me with that information too. So again, if I wasn't, and, you know, I'm also really tired as well, so I'm not going to promise anything, but, you know, I'd like for her to come through, or at least have her energy come through so that I can validate for you what type of personality she had. And automatically, even as I'm saying that, I already feel like she's warm and kind and welcoming. So I don't know if that's the type of person she was. She had a kindness and a softness in her smile as well. She actually had a lot of time. So just let me know if this is her energy coming through and this sounds like her traits and stuff. But she feels like she had a lot of time, especially for the younger generation. She feels like she had a lot of patience and took a lot of interest in what was being said around her, or whoever was around her as well. She just seemed to have a lot of... She was always in the moment, if that makes sense. So it doesn't matter who was around her. It was just you and her. Like, she was very present. I'm trying to ask. No, I'm trying to ask if she's there. I'm using her name. Does that sound like the type of... Of course, I can't wait to keep talking and connecting with you more. Does that sound... Was what I described, does that sound like her personality, Nicole? Because if I don't get... the way I work, if I don't get clear validation on certain points, it's like that's the end of the road, and I have to wait for something else to come through to validate. So the more you can validate for me, the more it just keeps the momentum going as well. Because then I get to see more information. I only get to see parts that I can validate. Well, she took everyone in, raised her grandchildren, and loved her great grandchildren. She was very present with whoever she was talking to, wasn't she? She always made you feel that it was just, you know, you and her sitting there. And it kind of feels like time sort of stood still in those moments too. In a funny way. As in, it stood still, but everything was still racing around. I don't know how to describe that, but that's the feel I'm getting. So my heart's racing right now, so I don't know if your heart is racing right now because what I'm saying is resonating with you. Yeah, she always gave you that feeling of listening, but just a smile. Yeah, she had a very, like when she smiled, there's a lot of kindness and softness behind her eyes. Was she a smaller framed lady? Like really petite almost, if that's the right word to describe her. And was she really traditional? Because I kind of feel like as I'm seeing her, she's sitting in front of me like I'm sitting. So she's sitting like cross-legged on the ground basically. And we're just, looking at each other and communicating, if that makes sense. I don't know if she used to stroke your face, Nicole. Um, but so what she's showing me, right? She's stroking your face and she's saying to you that you're way too beautiful to be feeling this heavy. And you're way too beautiful to be carrying this worry. She doesn't like to see you this way. And she wishes that she could take your pain from you. So if she were alive today, is that something that she would say to you? She just wants to fix it. She's like stroking your face. She's cradling your cheek. And she doesn't like seeing you this way. Even her hands are soft and gentle. Everything about her, she's just really gentle and kind. Let me know if that makes sense, hun. Or whether that's something she would do or something she used to do for you whenever you were upset. So she's holding your chin up. She's saying you're too beautiful. You need to hold your chin up. Hold it high. Be proud. She always said she loved her multicultural family. She always said she wants everyone's pain, so we didn't have it. She's just lovely. She just keeps saying, you're too beautiful, you're too beautiful. And again, now she's tilting your chin up and saying, be proud, stand tall. So I don't know what that means to you or if you can make sense of that. But for her to be doing that, it feels like you've been holding your head down for a long while and she wants you to stand taller. She had soft hands and would rub my arm. Tonight she's holding your face, honey. She can feel the pain you're in. She sees it all. I don't know if you've been crying the last couple of days or anything, or even in the past week. But you know, sometimes when those big heavy tears roll down your cheek, you know, or you might have, you think you're okay, and then you have that one stray tear that just rolls down, and it's, you know, it's a big tear. She's wiping that away from your face. She doesn't like it. So I don't know if you've felt that, and I feel like it's on your it would have been your left cheek. She tries to wipe your tears away. Time with her, Nicole, or how much time you actually got to spend with her. Excuse me. But she's like, she's going like this towards her heart. She's saying it's within you. What is she referring to? Everything, your knowledge, your answers. You have the power within you. Well, she's saying remember. Now, I don't know if that's remembering, you know, who you are as a person and finding your path, or remembering her teaching. So I don't know if she sat down and taught you things as well. She's going, remember. She's showing you her heart, or your heart. She wants you to know your heart. And she's telling you to remember. She always called me Magpie. That's beautiful. That's cute. What is she telling you to remember? When you hear that, what's the first thing that pops into your mind? She would always rest her hand there with a hanky. And when she slept too. Aww. Maybe she's telling you so you find the comfort within as well. Or to hold on to the memories too. Just told me her stories and would say to remember her through her stories. There you go. There you go. Don't let go of that. So remember. And if that means writing them down in a book so that you can hold on to that piece, or so that you can eventually share it, do that, honey. Okay? Because the more you keep those stories alive, the more alive she is and beside you. She's present. And you know what? I wouldn't even be surprised. Yep. If you start to do that, she will channel through you. Okay, her stories will channel through you. So if you start on a story that she's told you and you feel like you're not going to remember it, try to silence your mind and just start writing, okay? Because she'll help you through it. She'll help it help the story get out onto paper. Her love for her husband and family and children. I wrote her eulogy due to listening to and remembering. I love that. Remembering how her stories were told. Yep. So, pardon me, I'm getting confirmation burps on that, sorry. That's what she wants you to do. You know, not only is it going to keep her memory alive with you, but she's going to be with you as you write these stories out. I love that. She's saying one word and nodding, and she's got a hand gesture. So she's saying right. Right. So, you know, as soon as you're able to, start writing. That's about all I'm getting for her, Nicole. It has been pretty on point lately, hasn't it, Ash? I think because I've just let go too. And I've just like, you know I can do this, so I need to trust myself more. So, and that's what I've been doing. And I'm connecting a lot faster doing it that way too. I'm not blocking myself like I usually do. She would always go to bed at 12:30. So I'd say, is she going to rest now? Oh, you're most welcome, Nicole. You're most welcome. No, I'm glad she came through, but she does. She really wants you to write. And, you know, if she's told you before, if she was showing her heart, if that's what she's told you to never forget, and that's what she was saying to write. And if you forget parts of the story, you know, all you either have to do is ask or just trust in the words that are flowing from your hand, you know, from pen to paper. Trust it, because that's her helping you complete that as well. Because she, you know, again, she doesn't really want her stories to end with her. She wants that memory to hold on. You know, again, it's part of her living on, and then it's part of, you know, tradition as well, and, you know, keeping it there with the storytelling. I love it. But if you're happy to head off and try and get some sleep for the night, and then tomorrow night I should be on about this long too, maybe longer. Joining you straight away, believe in yourself, your voice. There you go. Appreciate you. Make sure you're following, because I do free reading giveaways and stuff like that too, every now and again, and especially like if I pick up on certain energies and stuff, it's a message to me to do free readings and stuff, so you never know. Fact of now, massive numbers on here because it gets so full at times when you have a lot of people. Yeah, no, I've actually been really lucky. I still have more smaller, intimate groups, which is really good because it means I can give, you know, everybody attention. So I kind of like it like that too. Usually when, you know, when the big numbers come through, it's just people coming in for themselves and only themselves, you know. Thanks, Ash. I try. I like it. I like doing that. I just see where the night goes and just go with it. Same to you, Nicole. Alright, good night, Ash. I'll see you soon. Alright, night, guys.